What's up, everybody? It is Wednesday night, so you already know what that means. We're back with another episode of the Fight Guys podcast. It's your boy Nick Diddy here with my cousin Will, and tonight we're joined by the best mustache in the game, Ben the Stache Doucette, and we're here to talk about the fights that are coming up this weekend. It's a fucking smoker, and I'm gonna turn it over to Will, man. What's up tonight, man?
Just chilling, man. Yeah, it's some good fights this weekend, and man, I'm excited about them. The next two cards are ridiculous, bro. I mean, UFC 268 is awesome. UFC 269 is even better to me, only because they're original fights and not rematches. But I mean, both of these cards are going to be fucking insane, man. But hey, Ben, thank you for joining us tonight, man. How you doing?
Thanks for having me, guys. As always, it's a pleasure, but I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited to be here to talk this card.
Awesome, man. Yeah, there's some pretty crazy pretty crazy fights this weekend. A lot that I'm excited about. Nico, what fight are you the most excited about?
You see the way that they're opening the card?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. With Chandler and
one of the best openings to a UFC card ever. Like, that's crazy. Gaichy opening the main card is nuts.
Yeah, you saw that, Ben?
Yeah, I literally just pulled the card up like as the episode started because I knew most of the fights, but not all of them. And I mean, I'm not pissed off that Gaichy's opening the card, but I'm kind of surprised that it's not Edgar versus Vera opening the card, to be honest with you.
Could you imagine Whitman doing Gaichy versus Chandler? Gaichy possibly losing and then having to stay out there for Rose as the co-main. That's just a lot to be stacked up.
Well, just doing 3 fights in a row anyway would have been tough for Trevor Whitman.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm pretty sure that's why they did it. But I've got the card scrolling across the bottom now. So
that's right. He's doing Kamaru too. Oh my god, man! It's the Whitman show, baby.
It is, but that's why they had to give the man a break.
Look, man, if Gaichy do it, Rose do it, and Usman do it, like I feel like they potentially could. I'm kind of leaning towards Chandler, but I feel like they could potentially do it.
Mm-hmm.
Whitman might be a lock again, baby. Coach of the year. That's crazy to do on one card.
Yep. You're right.
They talked to Eddie Alvarez today. He had an interview somewhere, and he said that since he's fought both Chandler and Gaichy, he thinks that Gaichy's going to be able to beat Chandler. He thinks that Gaichy hits harder and has the power to knock out Chandler.
He does, but if you really look at it, and Justin's a great fighter, man. Chandler definitely has the advantage in fight IQ. I mean, and I know we could say, what does fight IQ mean? It means a whole lot of things, but I feel like Chandler fights smarter fights than Gaichy most of the time. Actually, all the time, really. But
I would say that up until recently, for sure. I think that given skills, I would believe that Gaichy should have the higher IQ. But based off of what we've seen out of him and the octagon and his love for brawling and knocking the other guy out, he doesn't demonstrate his fight IQ. But after the last fight, his last fight he had, he looked like fuck taking damage. I'm gonna start weaving on you. I'm gonna start utilizing this high guard to the best of its potential. The counters were on point.
Gaichy?
Yes.
Gaichy? I thought that he fought Khabib last. Did he not?
Not Khabib.
He did, but I mean, the Tony Ferguson.
Not the lost Khabib.
Okay.
Not the lost Khabib. Don't do that.
No, I didn't know what you were talking about. I'm like, after his last fight, like maybe he's going to fight more strategic because he got his ass kicked. I don't know.
If anybody's ever talking about a fighter and they fought Khabib last, they mean the fight before Khabib.
All right. Hey,
he demonstrated the defense was on point, the footwork was brilliant. Like he looked really good in that fight. If that version of him shows up, this is gonna be a dog fight.
Definitely. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, and I know this is gonna come across kind of funny, but one of the fights I'm looking forward to the most is Ally Quinta versus Bobby Green. I don't know why, but that fight appeals to me, man.
I was just about to say that, bro. I was just about to say, of course, outside of Usman, because man, I hated Usman 2 years ago, but I just love watching that guy fight. I love it. The dude is just unreal. But other than that fight on the card, that Ally Quinta and Bobby Green card fight is going to be awesome.
Yeah. Oh, and Ben, I got a bone to pick with you for last week. Now, Nico already made amends for this, but you said last week, why are we even talking about Khamzat Chimaev versus Usman? And then you see what he did, man. And now I think that you know that Usman's on his radar, or he's on Usman's radar. Let's put it that way. Everybody's talking about it now.
I mean, it's to me, yeah, like it's crazy what this guy is doing, right? But to me, the fact that it would be talked about, like it's just crazy to think that they're already trying to push this guy for a title fight.
Yeah.
Like,
Yo, I'm gonna tell you
you
like
got
this,
you got a
Ben.
lot of meat left on the bone at 170 to pick, little boy. Like,
I was all on this bandwagon with you, Ben. It's too soon to push him this way. But right now, Kamaru is even looking a little scared to me.
Man,
ask me why, Will.
Why is Kamaru looking scared? Oh, because he said it has to make sense.
Nah, my man talking about trying to get them to throw $100 million at him to fight Israel Adesanya. That's his best friend. Like, that's his man's. He don't want to fight Izzy. He only start pitching this fight to fight
100
Izzy.
million?
Look, my guy.
yeah.
For a fact, that man is shitting bricks if he's talking about fighting Izzy for $100 million.
Yeah, that's kind of.
You don't want to see Chimaev right now. That's a scary dude.
I mean, I think so. I told you guys I felt that way the other day. Like I said,
you might be right, Will. You might be right.
I mean, oh God.
Yo,
Ben,
you saw the link I sent you? You saw the link I sent you about
maybe
Covington?
Oh yeah, definitely. Me and Ben were talking about that earlier.
Come shot.
That shit is funny, bro.
Yo.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you exactly how that Colby fight would go. And if Colby, the fuck,
Colby would literally get done so dirty, raw dog in that ring.
I really think that would happen. I think Colby would be the first person to land double digits against him. I think he would actually land about 10 or 11 punches. But as soon as he caught a punch, I think that he would shoot in and get submitted. I really think that he'd look for a way out. I don't think that he can handle that power, man. I really don't. No, but man. I think that he landed a couple punches on the way in. But I don't know, man. I'm excited about just to see where they do go with him next. And I saw this article the other day, and it said, or actually was it this morning? Maybe yesterday. It said Chimaev's next opponent already chosen. And I'm like, and it said like Jack Hermanson, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I click it, they're doing like a freestyle wrestling tournament match, some shit like that. And I was like, gotta be kidding me. That's that clickbait bullshit, man.
Well, I mean, it could have made sense. I mean, he has fought at 185 before, and that's where Hermanson is. It just wouldn't make sense to take him off that 170 trajectory right now. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. So I was like, what the fuck, man? Nico, I was asking Ben earlier, did you see the footage that they put out of Khamzat back, I guess, when he was in high school wrestling? They put it out today?
No.
Bro, I gotta find it, man. It was pretty crazy. I think Bloody Elbow put it out.
That's huh?
It's real. It's short, but Nico, when you see it, you're gonna be like, "Damn, this dude's been doing people dirty for a long time."
Dude, it's like Khabib wrestling the bear, but this dude's just not wrestling a bear. He's
just wrangling people up.
Yep, for real. Like, Ben, where did you see it? Did you see it on Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna look for it right now. Then, let's see. But yeah, Ben. Go ahead.
I'm trying to figure out like who would be a best fight for Chimaev next, and the only guy I can think of that like is on the trajectory path like to make him the most successful that's not booked is Gilbert Burns.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, you saw that what's his name? We were talking about the other night, Nico. The one dude that who's the guy? Man, the perennial contender, bro. The one that lost to Michael Chiesa last. Neil Magny. He's trying to fight. Oh, you found it, Nico. You found the video?
See, you didn't even have to do that, man. That was gonna let you just throw it up there and let.
No, because you had said you didn't see it. So
I was giving it to you on the tuck, baby.
Oh, it's all good, man. I give you your credit, bro. Even though you don't give me my credit here, I give you your credit, bro. Let's see what we got. Tim Card said Colby takes out Marty Fake. Oh man, oh shit. Tim's talking shit already. Hey, let's watch this video real quick and then we'll dissect what Tim just had to say. All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah. Watch this shit, Nico.
Good snap.
Oh, this isn't the video, Nico.
It's not.
No, this isn't the one from today. That's not what you were talking about, is it, Ben?
Mm-mm.
No,
Is that
this one.
Oh,
Yeah, it says it is. Yeah, but that's definitely not the video. Nico, I'll find it. Just give me a minute here. But Ben, I was gonna ask you while I'm finding that video, what fight are you looking forward to the most this weekend? Before we get too crazy into the card.
It's an awesome card, really, from top to bottom. But I'd be lying if I wasn't tuning in to watch Usman and Colby. That's the whole fight for me. I mean, Colby's going to make it interesting the whole week up to the fight. So regardless of what happens in the fight, it's worth tuning in for.
Right. I'm with you on that one, man. Yeah, I just well, I don't want to really give my prediction yet, but we'll talk about it here in a little bit. But no matter what happens in the fight, like you said, it's just like when Conor fights, not quite on that level, but when Colby's fighting anybody, it doesn't matter who it is. It's gonna cause some drama, some excitement, all that kind of shit, man. He's gonna bring out some emotion in you. You're gonna either be like, "Oh, I hate that fucking guy," or he's gonna make you laugh, or you're gonna be like, "Man, fuck this dude. I don't even want to watch the card anymore." Then you watch it anyway. I mean, you're gonna figure out one way or another. He brings out that emotion, just like Chael Sonnen. He's close to Chael Sonnen, I think.
Oh, for sure.
He's just a little more heel.
Yeah, I could see that. But yeah, so I don't know, man. But actually, during his heyday, Chael was a heel, man. I mean,
yeah. But his shtick wasn't. His shtick was more shtick. Like everybody knew that he was just playing a character, and like when people call out Colby on playing a character, he's just more of a douchebag, and I don't know. This is different. Like, I'm not saying
right.
I have a problem with Colby Covington. I'm just saying this is different. Like, this heel is a little different than Chael's.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, one thing I saw the other day, and we'll get to the card here in a minute, but Chael Sonnen was talking about how when he was doing the whole deal where he was acting like he hated Brazil and was talking shit about it, and he was like, "Look, I was just trying to get money fights, and that's where the money was." He was talking about, I think his name is Marcus Conan, the dude that was in the UFC a long time ago, but he's also a coach, I think, at American Top Team now, or one of those. And how that dude like turned his back on him and basically told him he hated him and stuff. And he was like, "Bro, I mean, it's a show. I'm trying to get these fights. You know what I mean?" But
I mean, the difference is, like, for me, after that fight with Chael and Anderson, the first one, like, Chael even said, Anderson invited me to a barbecue. Like, he invited me to a dinner with his family. There's no way Usman's inviting Colby Covington to anything after this. You know what I mean?
Right.
This heel shit with Colby is totally different. Like I said, I'm not like saying I have a problem with what he's doing. I'm just saying it's totally different than the other heel stuff.
That's true. That is true. And I'll tell you what, Anderson owed Chael that barbecue because before Chael came along, Anderson had a hard time making money in MMA. He was amazing, but there wasn't much money in it.
People. There was no point in watching his fights because you knew he was going to win.
Right. And I was actually, Nico, where you at, man? You leaving? You okay? You good?
Yeah. I was checking it. Yep. All
right. Hey, I was going to say real quick. Now, Nico, I know that you're a big GSP fan, but even you say sometimes that Kamaru Usman is like, the next GSP type deal or 2.0 or any of that kind of stuff, right? I really think within another year or so, we're going to be saying, and I don't think we're going to be saying it about Islam. I think we're going to say, yeah, he's awesome, whatever, he's the champ. But I think we're going to say that Khamzat is Khabib 2.0 because his striking is so nasty.
Yeah, I
He's
agree with
awesome on the ground, but you're going to see this dude knocking people out, and you're going to be like,
Yeah.
man, if Khabib's hands were like that, he would have even been a bigger star.
And this is gonna be our version of Khabib versus GSP when we see those two head up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. Closest thing
Oh,
we'll
you
ever
mean,
get
you
to it.
mean Islam and
And
you-
Khamzat and Usman. I think that's what you're referring to, right, Nico?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's the closest thing that we're ever going to get to that fight. But man, Nico, I don't know why GSP isn't like out there in people's corners, man. I mean, he's a very good speaker. I feel like he's kind of a motivational guy. I know he does still trains at TriStar, right? I mean, he should be training people, man. As far as like as a head coach, he probably doesn't want to step on what's his name, Faraz. He probably doesn't want to step on his toes or whatever.
Probably
But
not.
I just think he's one of the guys that says when he's done, he actually means it. Like,
he
because
doesn't
being
want
a
to even
coach
be there
means
training.
being a coach means he still has to be like at the fights and in the corners and doing the traveling and putting in the hours. And I mean, he can train still and put in the hours without any of the heavy responsibilities that come with it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he said he was done with it, so I feel like it's probably the best. You know,
Yeah. And I know one thing that surprises me is that I know Kevin Lee was over there training at TriStar so he could train with GSP, and it really didn't do anything good for his career. So I guess that was kind of a waste of a trip to Canada for Kevin Lee, man. He's still on that suspect list, so you know.
his mental game just won't catch up.
Yeah, and I don't know why he thinks that he can fight at 170, man. Every time he does, the guys are just too big for him, man. He's just not a big lightweight, which makes him a small welterweight, you know?
He's one of those guys that would benefit from like a 165-pound division that they keep talking about.
Absolutely. 160, 165. I can see that. Yep. But anyway, let's get into this card, guys. I'm gonna start with the on the prelims. I'm not going to go to the very early prelims. There's a couple decent fights on there, but and now Ben, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I don't know a ton about Nazardine Imavov. Imavov, yeah. He's fighting against Edmund Shabazian. Now I looked him up. He's 2-1 in the UFC, I believe. Is that right? Yeah. 2-1 in the UFC, one decision, one TKO, and then he lost a decision to Phil Hawes. He did knock out Ian Heinisch, which is a decent win. For some reason, he's just not sticking out in my mind as somebody I've watched fight more than maybe one or two fights. Do you know much about him?
I only know him due to his loss to Phil Hawes and then his win over Ian Heinisch,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
I'm like 85% sure that he's a replacement for Jack Hermanson anyways.
He is, yeah.
I was going to say, I thought Shabazian was supposed to be fighting Jack, so I mean, maybe he can pull something out. I mean, he's not a bad fighter, but obviously they're giving Shabazian a chance to get his shine back after he lost it from Derek Brunson.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense. It looks like this dude's decent with submissions. Oh, he's got he's got a couple submission wins, couple knockout wins. But yeah, man, after two losses in a row, Edmund definitely needs to do something. Nico, you know much about this fight? You have much of
I don't have
opinion?
stock in either one of them. I think that they're both run-of-the-mill guys.
Yeah.
I'm leaning more toward Shabazian.
Okay.
I think what's the dude he's fighting?
Nasruddin.
Ashdeen Emanov, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's his wrestling like? That's what it's gonna come
No,
down.
you know what? You know what? Real quick, Ben Shabazian actually fought Jack Hermanson in May.
Oh, he did. Okay,
Yeah.
I knew that was a thing.
Yeah, I thought he. I don't know why I didn't.
Knocked him out in 2020. He fought again in 2021.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Derek Brunson knocked him out. Yep. But yeah, who does Jacker Manson have coming up then? Because I could have swore I thought he had a fight. I don't even know. Yeah, it doesn't even look like he's got anything scheduled. But anyway, back to this fight. Yeah, I'm not big on either of these guys. Um, you know, it's just one of those things. I'll go with your assessment that they're probably trying to throw a bone to Edmund Shabazian and take him, but this is I mean, it's a decent fight, and like I said, I've heard of Nazardine, but you know, after this fight though, I feel like it really starts to heat up. Um, the second fight we'll talk about is Chris Curtis versus Phil Hawes. I like Phil Hawes, tough dude. We were just talking about how he knocked out Nazardine, and let's see, he's on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fight win streak. He's won his first 3 fights in the UFC, 4 include if you include Dana White's contender series, and his most recent win was against Kyle DeCause, who's pretty good too. The dude that was beating on Kevin Holland before it became the no contest. But yeah, I'll take him to win that fight. What do you guys think of this fight? Phil Hawes taking on Chris Curtis.
I'm leaning towards Hawes.
Yeah. Chris Curtis seems like he's more of a journeyman
in any of the preliminary fights except for Ally Aquina and Pereira, but I'm gonna lean towards Hawes for this one.
Okay, so yeah. the dude Chris Curtis is making his promotional debut. He has won 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row outside of the UFC, but he's pretty much looks like he's pretty much a journeyman in my assessment. What about you? What about you there, Stache?
I got to go with Phil Hawes. I feel like this is an opportunity for. It almost seems like Chris Curtis is a replacement for somebody. When I was checking those fights out earlier, he doesn't even have a Wikipedia page, for Christ's sake.
Yep.
Like, that seems like a weird dude to be sticking up against a guy who's won 7 in a row, 4 in a row within your company. Like,
where's he from? Does anybody know anything like background wise? Like, is he?
I've never even heard of this cat before. Like,
just in general, like, is he from New York? Do you think Dana brought him on to sell some tickets out that way? Like, what? From what?
No, that's probably what it is. Huh?
He's from Ohio, but he's fighting out of Las Vegas.
Okay.
And he is affiliated with Extreme Couture.
Oh, all right. Well, that's a good affiliation.
Yeah, he I think what was it that I saw? Yeah, he fought in the PFL several times, right? And and besides that, he's just fought in all kinds of big and little organizations.
You said Extreme Couture. I knew right away. I was like, oh, I have heard of this guy before. He fought on PFL.
Yeah, but looks like he took 2 losses in a row to Magomed Magamakirov, and then he lost those 2 in a row, and then lost to Ray Cooper. Those were his last 3 fights in the PFL. But Ray Cooper the third's pretty tough, but we'll talk about him some other time. But yeah, I think another one that they're just trying to throw your guy a bone there, Ben. What do you think?
Oh yeah,
Phil Hawes, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So now for the fight that everybody's excited about. Apparently, I mean, I feel like you guys just jumped on the bandwagon for this fight only because I said something about it. But I'm just kidding. Me and Nico actually brought this up like 2 or 3 weeks ago. That's pretty awesome. That's not even the main event of the prelims. That's how stacked this card is. But Bobby Green versus Ally Quinta, man. Nico, I'm gonna let you take this one to start.
Damn. All right.
No.
I was thinking to myself, whatever Will says, I'm gonna lean that way. Yeah. Fuck, I'm so torn right now, man, because I love Ally Aquina.
Yeah, I mean, if you want me to go first, bro.
Dog, man. No, I'm going with Bobby.
Yeah. Hey, man, I've been up in the air all day, but since both of you said Bobby, I'm gonna go with Ally Quinta. Because, bro, I really don't know. I really don't know, man. I like both of these guys. They're both like a motherfucker to fight. But I will say that I think that Al is just a little bit more consistent. It's the only reason I think that maybe he takes this.
He's a dog, right?
Yeah. What's up, Ben?
How long has it been since he fought last?
Ally
Yeah.
Quinta. I'm just talking about consistent as far as his performance.
No.
Not as
I just
far as
mean like
here.
when was his last fight? Because I don't agree with Dominic Cruz. I think that ring rust is a thing, and Bobby
That-
Green's been one of the most consistent fighters of the pandemic. Like since the pandemic
Yeah.
started,
It will
that
be
guy's
exactly.
getting.
Yeah, it'll be exactly 2 years and 1 month since his last fight when he lost to Dan Hooker.
Hey, look, and the other thing that like
I like Al. He's a
Al
bruiser, but
might lose this shit is like he do got a decision loss to Donald Cerrone in 2019.
He
Who?
does, but to Donald Cerrone.
Oh, Al.
In 2019, though, Will.
I know. But he's the fucking cowboy, bro. He comes
No.
out of nowhere and like
No.
actually has good fights.
It was 2019, man. That's
Bro.
not the cowboy.
In 2019, oh no, in 2020, fucking he had a cowboy had what? A draw with Nico Price? I mean, that's pretty crazy.
In 2020, he
Dude,
got his
some
nose
eye
bashed in
pump
by
bullshit.
shoulder. He got Anthony Pettis. Like, come on, man.
Bro, okay, look. In 2019, Cowboy had a fantastic year, bro. Well, no, not the Hall of 2019, but look, in a row.
And didn't Tony Ferguson do him up on 2019?
Bro, listen though, but look, he submitted Mike Perry, knocked out Alex Hernandez, and then beat Ally Quinta by decision. I mean, he was on a little bit of a run there. You got to admit, he was.
Include Mike Perry in one of.
Yes, Mike Perry, man, Mike fucking Perry, bro.
Yeah, I'm going with Bobby Green.
Because I said something about Mike Perry, bro. That's
No,
Jersey
man,
Mike to you, man.
Donald Cerrone pieced him up in 2019. I'm going with Bobby Green.
All right. This is Al's comeback tour, man. He's coming up.
I'm just picking Bobby Green due to activity, man. I think he's been obviously a more consistent fighter over the last like 2 years. And I just think that it will help him stay ahead of Al. I mean, you don't get better at cage fighting by selling houses.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
Hey, look, I've told this story before on the show, but I'll tell it again real quick. Back in 2009, when they did the Affliction pay-per-view, Day of Reckoning, I believe it was Fedor versus Andrei Arlovsky. Bobby Green was fighting Dan Lozon, and something happened. I think Lozon kicked him in the nuts, and so he's over there, and they're giving him the 5 minutes, and he's walking around, and he's like looking around. He goes, "Hey, Donald Trump, what's up, man?" and waves to him. He's like, "Oscar De La Hoya," in the middle of the fight, bro. That made me a fan of Bobby Green's for life. I mean, he's sitting there calling out all the celebrities in the crowd while he's taking his 5 minutes for getting kicked in the nuts, which I think happened like 2 or 3 times. And like, yeah, he ended up losing that fight by submission. But I became an instant fan of his just because he's very entertaining. But you guys do realize he's coming off of 2 losses, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just want to throw that out there. He's lost 2 unanimous
Al's
decisions.
coming off of 2 years and a loss to Donald Cerrone.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true, man.
Isn't Al coming off 2 losses in a row too?
Yeah.
By decision, and the decision that he last lost, he outsmoked homie 148 to like 100 in the total strikes that was landed. I think he's in good position.
Oh, Fazeev?
Yes.
We can't go by total strikes.
Fight still too.
Nico, we can't go by total strikes.
No, we can't go by total strikes, but you know he's getting his shit off.
Right. Okay. Because you know, like we talked about the other night, Corey Sandhagen.
You can literally see his output though.
Right. No, that's true. That's true, man. He's getting his shit in. He'd be a good indie wrestler, huh, Ben? He gets his shit in, man.
Yeah, he does.
But yeah, what? Oh man, what in the world? I never found that video of Kamzat. I don't know. I'll look for it later on.
Liars.
Hey man,
there is no video.
Hey, you know what, Ben? I don't even know. I was doing something the other day, and I was like, man, my fucking back hurts. Just like my lower back. I've had like a little like I guess like sciatica, my lower left side, bro. And I was sitting there thinking, Hey, look who's in the building, Nico. The
Oh my
doctor is here.
God, y'all in back,
He's
yo. It's been
returned.
a minute.
What's up, Doc? Hey, so Ben, you know what I think it's so funny, man. Pro wrestling. It's the art of making something that doesn't hurt look like it hurts while you're pretending that the 5 other body parts that do hurt don't hurt. That's pretty much what you do, man. You sit there and hide all these injuries and act like the one thing that doesn't hurt is killing you while that person works that whole. I mean, it's unbelievable if you actually sit and think about it, man. I was thinking about that and I'm like, it's crazy, man. It's a total like oxymoron.
It's
But
funny you mentioned that just because real quick, just because earlier I was reading an article that in 2001 or yeah, it was 2001, like near the end of Steve Austin's career, he was trying to wrestle less, but on the shows that he wrestled in consecutive, he got a broken hand, staples to the back of his head,
Jesus.
like and he was only wrestling on like the major pay-per-views and it didn't matter. He was still getting hurt every single time he wrestled. And it's just like that's fucking crazy.
yeah, that's wild, man. That is pretty crazy. You're right, man. That's crazy. Hey, let's go back to the card. The preliminary main event is Alex Pereira versus Andreas Micheladas. So we talked about the other night. Pereira is the one who's knocked out Stylebender
Yep.
twice.
Yep.
Dull blades shatter easy. That's what Yarid said. Yarid said. Um, so I don't know, man. Andreas is pretty good. I mean, pretty much almost every fight you see him in, it's a finish. Either he gets knocked out or knocks somebody out. It's pretty much been his career. Um, so that sounds like a perfect fight, really, for Alex. So I'm gonna take Alex, and I just think it'd be interesting if they can find maybe 2 or 3 people that he could beat and match him up with Stylebender. I think Stylebender will kill him in MMA, but that pay per view sells itself basically because he's already beaten Izzy twice. But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts? I know I threw out a bunch of stuff right there, but go ahead.
I'm in total agreement with you. I think this is a setup for him to win. They probably gave him a dude that they feel like he can get. This all the setup to get Adesanya a fight that'll sell. Because he's already running through that division clearly and handily at this point, especially if they're getting to the point where they're talking about the potential of Usman moving up to fight him. They're definitely running out of competitors that they can sell the fight off of.
Yep. Nico, before I go to Ben, let me ask you this. Now, we saw him do it one time, and he lost to Wahovich. Do you think Izzy could beat Glover if he went up?
No, fuck no.
No?
No.
Really? You don't think
No.
he'd be too fast and just give him the work? You think he'd get taken down?
Yeah, I think he gets taken down. I think he gets submitted. I think Glover does a good job pinning him to the cage, like getting his back against the cage and then doing a good inside boxing exchange there where Izzy would feel the power and be a little more hesitant to pull the trigger in combination. And then that would open up the shot for Glover.
Right. I got you. All right, Ben, who do you think takes this fight? And I'll ask you the same question about Izzy and Glover if that was to happen.
Okay, for me this seems like a fight that is it's a trap fight almost for Alex. Like they're gonna expect this to be something that he can. Micheladas is not he's no joke. He's no slouch. I think that he's got the ability to win this fight, and I'm gonna go with Micheladas on this one. I think it's a trap fight. Like they think it's going to be an easy win for him, but I think it's not going to be so easy. I mean, Pereira is also obviously fucking nasty, but I think it's one of those things where, like you kind of said, they think it's going to be a gimme fight, but this guy's nasty too. Like it's like you said, he either wins or he either finishes or gets finished. So
yeah, I mean that's true. That's definitely true. Okay, and how do you think Izzy would do if he was to go back up and challenge Glover for the title?
I realize MMA math doesn't always work, but Jan took down Izzy and held him down. Glover took down Jan and held him down. So if Glover's strong enough to hold down the guy that held down Izzy, I feel like it would have to be fairly similar. Glover's going to take him down and be able to stay on top.
Amen.
Right,
And
right.
he end up exchanges as well.
You know, Izzy might be able to get some shots off on him, but I think like Glover's never had a problem with a weak chin unless your name is Anthony Johnson and Alexander Gustafsson, and those are two dudes who it's okay to be knocked out by.
Not even Gus. I mean, because that was wasn't like a cumulative damage. I mean, he
Yeah,
took a lot of shots.
I mean, the only guy that I can actually remember putting him out cold was Rumble, and I mean, he does that to anyone.
Yeah,
so like, I feel like
out.
it might be tough for Izzy to put him out on the feet. I just think Glover would be too strong.
Yeah, the only thing I would
got that old man strength.
He does. The only thing I'd look at is just how fast Izzy is, because even Wachowicz, I think, is faster than Glover. But I don't know, man. I wouldn't mind seeing it if we keep going the direction we're going at 185. Because I mean, shit, if Israel beats Robert Whittaker, I don't really want to see him fight Derek Brunson again. I don't think it's going to be any different at all. I mean, we've already seen him lose to. We've already seen him beat Marvin Vettori. The first one was close. The second one wasn't even close at all. I mean, he's like basically doing laps around the division now, and eventually it's going to end up being like Anderson Silva when he went up and he fought Forrest. Then he went up and he fought Stephan Bonner. He went up and he fought James. What's his name?
The problem is
James
that Izzy fought what 4 or 5 fights before he got a title shot. So he cleaned out the division on his way up to cleaning out the division.
That's true. That is definitely true.
If he beats Bobby Knuckles, that's 2 wins against Whittaker, 2 wins against Vettori. Yeah. Costa's not allowed in the middleweight division anymore, according to Dana White.
Yep.
There's no what do you do with him if he beats Bobby? Yeah. I mean, what's left for this guy? Like you said, fighting Brunson again. Okay, then that's going to be 2 wins, 2 wins, and 2 wins.
Yep.
What's next? Like,
and they keep trying to push Darren Till only because he's a stand-up fighter. They keep trying to put him in a position to get a title fight, and he blows it every single time. They really wanted that fight, bro. Trust me, they wanted that fight, and Till has blown it every time he's gotten a chance. Every time. And they wanted it because they knew Israel would look great in that fight. It would be basically just a show off of his skills. They know Till can't grapple to save his life, and he doesn't have anything as far as stand up for Izzy. It would have just been a highlight fight, but I don't know. There's just not much left for him, but so. But now we make it to the main card. Justin Gaichy versus Michael Chandler. That is going to be a banger, man. That it is crazy that's the first fight of the night. At one point, they were talking about making it a 5-rounder, so apparently that didn't happen. It's going to be a 3-rounder.
They should still make it 5.
Could you imagine that as a 5-round fight, dude? Holy
amazing.
Smokes.
Who gives a fuck? Let it open the show at 5 rounds.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Smoke, man.
Ben, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna throw you the mic, man. What's going on in this fight?
This is a very tough fight to pick, but I guess I gotta go with Gaichy. I think based off what we've seen in his complete body of work inside the octagon, he's just been a more complete fighter than Chandler. Chandler's had too short of a stint. Like, you can't really gauge how he's gonna. He looked good. He's looked good, but Gaichy's just performed consistently better. And I think that if Chandler can't control the grappling of this fight, that Gaichy has the power to put him out on the feet.
Yeah. What about you, Nico? I'll go last.
I'm leaning towards Michael Chandler for this one.
Iron Mike.
I think that he's gonna threaten the shot, but not really have intention of taking it to the ground, just to get Justin a little more hesitant. And I think that he'll be able to be successful in his stand-up.
Right. Okay. You know, guys, first I'll go ahead and say that I think Justin Gaethje's going to win. I'll also say that they asked Michael Chandler on Instagram today, how is he going to combat or what's he going to do about Justin Gaethje's leg kicks, and Michael Chandler said he's going to eat them. That's a horrible answer.
That's a really bad fucking answer.
That's what he said. I'll eat them. I was like, whoa.
Maybe that's just a little bait and tackle. Like, hopefully he's like, I'm gonna check this shit, but Gaichy don't give a fuck about you checking his kicks. You don't give a fuck.
No.
Oh man, this is brutal. Yo, just so everybody knows, like, don't roll with me on this pick.
Yeah, I'm with you. I got you.
Well, dude, I mean, I can see Chandler having a path to win for sure. Like I said, this was for me one of the toughest fights to pick. But if I feel like his best opportunity to win this fight is to control it in the grappling, and I don't know if he can eat enough shots to get inside and get him down. I just don't know.
Hey, cousin Timmy, if you're in here, tell us what you think about this fight. Hey, but look, this is the thing, man, and that's why I started to say. I said, styles make fights, and I know this is out of left field, but I really think that Michael Chandler could beat Dustin Poirier. I think he's got the style to beat Dustin.
Well,
I really do. No, I really do, bro. I think that he's got the style to beat Dustin. I think he's the only one besides Islam, that has the style. Look, listen to me. Okay. Michael Chandler probably has the best wrestling besides Islam right now in the division. MMA wrestling. I mean, who's got better?
Dariush probably.
Maybe. Okay, all-round grappling, maybe.
Are we just talking about for his weight class? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
155. Okay. So here's the thing, man. I really think that Michael Chandler could put it on Dustin Poirier for 5 rounds and get a decision without getting submitted on the ground. Dustin Poirier's jiu-jitsu is good. It's not fantastic. Michael Chandler has very good submission defense. I don't ever remember him getting submitted. And he's just a good wrestler. I really think that he could put the pressure on Dustin. Anyway, I just don't think he's going to get there for that fight. I do think, look, I really want Michael Chandler to win, and I really want Dustin Poirier to win, so those two could fight because all the other like combinations have fought already. I just don't see it happening. Chili Willie in the building. What's up, bro?
I feel like the smart money is definitely on Justin to win this fight. Like the smart money is there. But I just think Michael gets it done, man. I'm praying for the dude. He had Dude Bronx dead to rights, man. I really wanted to see him win that title when he fought him.
God, that was heartbreaking, bro. Heartbreaking. Right? Hey, what's up? You guys aren't saying hello to Chili Willie tonight? Actually, good morning.
Chill. I already
What's up, Chili?
It's 10:56 in the morning. Uncle Chili is alive and kicking and just living it up, bro. That's my boy right there. Chili. Hey, look, did you see the XPW has their first show in like 18 years on Saturday night, I think? It's crazy, man. They rebranded and they're doing shit in upstate New York now.
For what it's worth, by the way, the Wikipedia card just changed and has Frankie, Edgar, Marlon, Vera listed first.
Yeah, I don't believe that shit. I think it's going. Chili, they actually said they want to book you, man. No, I'm just fucking around. But look, Rhino is actually on the show, which is crazy. I think he wrestled for them back in the day. Cousin Tim says, really close fight. He's leaning towards Justin. I pretty much feel the same way. I think it's a close fight. I am leaning towards Justin.
Along with Mike. Let's go.
But look, it's not going to hurt my feelings at all if Michael Chandler wins.
I'm going to hurt your feelings.
You're not. I said if Michael Chandler wins, it's not going to hurt my feelings at all because I do like him and I do respect him. He's a good fighter. He's a badass, you know.
Nah, you don't like it. That's not your boy.
Nico, all I'm going to say is you're lucky. You're lucky that I think Kamaru Usman's going to win.
Never raise your voice at me on air.
Nico, you are lucky. You're lucky that I think Kamaru Usman's going to win. Because you haven't gotten the main event right without me in months.
You know that he's gonna win.
Exactly. But look, if I didn't say it, it wouldn't happen because without me, you haven't gotten the main event right in months, bro. Oh,
Oh
let's
my
see.
god, bro! And somehow I'm still whopping that ass.
Man, I'm gaining on you, bro. Hey, look, he said this is gonna be fireworks because Justin don't like him. I don't think Justin really likes anybody, to be honest with
Nah,
you, man.
man. Nah, Justin got no friends in
I
this.
think
He's
he's
a
the
great wrestler. You
yeah,
remember the wrestler mentality? You
yeah,
walk into the tournament where
like
everybody's got
fuck
a
all of
guy.
them.
Fuck
Yeah,
everybody.
yep,
Bro, and
absolutely.
the craziest part about it is I was literally only like that with my division because I would go over to the schools and I would train over there and wrestle with the dudes over there and be tight with everybody on Riverhead except for Perry. Be tight with everybody at West Hampton Beach except for Bass. Like
Yeah,
wherever you were at, no, fuck you. The rest of your teammates cool, but you and me, it's static every time
yep.
we see each other.
Fuck you, bro. Hey, I was the same way with West Hampton. In fact, I used to hang out with a lot of the guys from the West Hampton wrestling team because they were better friends to me than Hampton Bays.
Yeah.
But the one dude in my weight class, nah, there was actually two of them. I was like, fuck both of them. I don't hang out with them. Hang out with the rest of them though.
You know?
But it's all good. You're absolutely right, man. Uh, Gaichy's that kid in the corner eating his lunch by himself. Like, man, fuck, what the fuck are they looking at, man? What the fuck's his problem? That's him, bro. That's him all day, every day. But yeah, so I don't know. I think that's gonna be, in my opinion, that unless Colby and Kamaru come out there and put on a similar performance to last time, I'd say it's a good possibility Justin Gaethje and Michael Chandler are fight of the night. I'd say it's a good probability. Um, but the next fight, and man, I hate to say it, man, but I think Marlon Vera beats Frankie Edgar. I like Frankie Edgar. Um, he's just not the same. And on top of that, I really liked and started having more respect for Marlon Vera after I heard his interview on Believe You Me with Michael Bisping, his podcast. He had Marlon Vera on there not long ago, and I really like Marlon Vera. I never really heard him talk that much. I didn't know he's part of the announce team. I'm trying to remember the where is Marlon Vera from? Let's see. Anyway, he's really smart. I had no idea because he's always talking shit and whatever. But he's from let's see. He's from Delgado. Oh, he's from Ecuador. He's part of the
Yeah.
Spanish announce team. So, hey, look, if DC's putting anybody through a table, it's going to be that one, man, the Spanish announce table. You remember that on WWE? They used to put somebody through the Spanish announce
Always.
table
Oh,
every
dude,
pay-per-view.
hell yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, so I think that he beats Frankie, man. I think he beats him by decision. I don't think he's going to finish him. But Ben, I see you shaking your head, man. I'm going to get to you 1 second. Nico, what do you think, man?
I don't know, man. Go to Ben. Let Ben answer. Let
All right,
Ben
go ahead,
answer.
Ben.
You're putting me on the spot too much tonight, man.
Well,
And you
look,
don't want to answer shit first. You want to go after me all night tonight, man.
who, me? Already said Cheeto.
But I'm just
I
talking in
answered.
general, man. Go ahead, Ben.
Nico, you better cut it out, man. You're just acting a
I'm being
fool.
confrontational for no reason.
Bro, here's the thing, Nico, and I just want you to know this, man.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew
You
it.
know what, man? I don't
That
like
face
your
every
attitude,
time,
bro.
That face gets me 100% of the time, yo.
What the? You see how smooth the mustache was? I had gotten it shaved that day.
Stop
and everything,
playing,
man.
yo.
I had go ahead. Go ahead, Ben. What's going on, man? You think
Yo, I
Frankie Edgar's
cannot
gonna
hear
win?
anything.
You can't hear anything?
Well, I can't hear nothing.
For real? What's wrong with you, man? All right, well, let's mute Nico and unmute
All right,
him
my
and see if
mic
that
is
helps.
on for sure.
Okay, we hear
Why
you,
can
bro.
I
Can
not
you
hear
hear us?
y'all?
Man, Nico's
Help me,
screwing up.
Will. What are you the point man for?
There we go. That'll help him. All
I'm
right,
gonna
Nico,
re-enter
can
the
you hear us now?
studio.
Can you hear us now, Nico? All right, Ben. Well, go ahead, man. Go ahead, Frankie Edgar.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Frankie. Frankie is one of my all-time favorite fighters. I think he's got a little bit left in the gas tank. I'm not saying he can run for a title, but I think he's got a little bit left in the gas tank. The guys that he's losing to aren't like they're slouches.
No,
You
not
know
at
what I
all.
mean? That finish against Sandhagen was nasty, but it's like that was a perfect timing / Sandhagen's filthy. I mean, I
Yep.
don't care who you are. You're taking a knee like that, you're probably going to sleep.
Right.
Cheeto's an excellent fighter, but I think it's kind of similar to how the Aldo Cheeto fight played out. I think that there's just too much veteran presence in Frankie and too much ability to control that he'll win a decision.
Okay. And what about you there, Big Neek?
I'm leaning towards Cheeto Vera.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy, man. He really hasn't taken any significant losses like that, you know.
Right.
So I think he's still the man. He's still got the juice.
Yeah. One point Ben made, and I mean it's pretty legit. Just that if Cheeto got out wrestled by Aldo, pretty much I'm just saying it like I'm dumbing it down. If Cheeto got out wrestled by Aldo, I mean Frankie Edgar could really wrestle him, but we'll see what happens. I'm sticking with Cheeto only because I thought he looked good against Aldo until that third round. I thought he looked real good, and then also the O'Malley fight, which was not really a loss apparently. O'Malley's not counting that as a loss.
What O'Malley fight? That never happened.
It's pretty much been whitewashed.
O'Malley got to chill out with that shit, man.
Yep. But
I identify as undefeated.
Yeah, exactly.
And I identify as a black belt.
So now this next fight, Ben, is really like one of those like MMA purist fights where a lot of casual fans are not going to know who Shane Burgos is or Billy Quantrillo, but I know it's going to be a hell of a fight. But go ahead, man. What do you see in this one?
Man, Shane Burgos is tough as nails, dude. He has some serious boxing skills. That cat is filthy on the feet. But Quantrillo is another one of those dudes that's been just climbing around since the pandemic started and getting in work and showing up and winning fights. And this I know you said Gaichy Chandler, but this has fight of the night written all over it too. These guys are going to throw down.
Definitely potential for it, yeah.
I guess, yeah, definitely potential for it. I guess if I had to lean one way or the other, I'd probably lean towards Burgos just based off his strength of schedule, like who he's fought. But damn, dude, it's another one where nobody really loses this fight with who wins. Like the fans get to win this fight.
Yeah, I agree with that. Nico, what do you think, man?
It's a fight for the fans for sure. For sure.
It's probably the best fight as far as it's the best fight on a pay-per-view that nobody's going to know who's out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People are going to be like, who the fuck are these guys? And they're going to go out there and be like, holy shit,
But isn't that's normally like how that shit goes, man? When you get two dogs in there fighting for the attention, fighting for the viewership, fighting for the new follows, like that's when you get like smoke shows. You get somebody's best performance when they step in there for sure.
And look, Dana very easily could have switched this with the Bobby Green fight and put this on the prelims, and nobody would have saw it. So it was smart to put this on the main card.
Yes, sir.
I mean, just for like an example, like if you look at who Shane Burgos has fought, he's fought Calvin Kattar, Cub Swanson, Makwan Amirkhani, Josh Emmett, and Edson Barboza.
Barboza, that's right.
Okay, and then you look over at Billy Quantrillo, and again, no knock on Quantrillo, but he's fought Spike Carlisle, Gavin Tucker.
Oh, Spike Carlisle?
Nice. And Gabriel Benitez. And
I don't know those guys either.
You know what I mean? Like Burgos has thrown down with some of the filthiest stand-up fighters in his division.
Remind me about the Barboza fight. Was
he took that delayed punch? he took that punch, and then like he just like walked backwards, and then fell over. You remember?
Was he winning that fight and then ended up losing?
It was close. They both took a shitload of damage.
Okay, yeah, I
But
do
the
remember
scary
that
thing
fight.
about that fight was that like he took that punch,
Yeah,
backed up, put his hands back up, and then just fell over like 4 or 5 seconds later. That was like the scary thing with that fight.
for real. You're right. Nico, reminded me of that thing. What is that thing in Kill Bill? You remember she does that like the move?
The 5 point?
Yeah, or whatever it is, and then she like starts walking away and then he dies. That's what it reminded me of, bro. Not to be like gruesome or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Like it was right. And she does it and he's like, okay, and she starts walking away, and then this dude just slumps over dead.
I mean,
5
to
steps.
be fair,
5 steps off. You get 5 steps after they do it to you. And he took it like a champ. And he was like, damn, Pai Mei taught you that? He taught me everything. Homie gets up, takes them 5 steps, and kills over.
Yep. Ben, what were you gonna say? To be fair, what?
To be fair, Burgos has lost 2 in a row, but that's to Josh Emmett and Edson Barbosa. So take that what you will. I mean, Josh Emmett's one of the top, I want to say top 5 or 6 guys in his division right now, and Barbosa's Barbosa. So, but yeah, I got to go with Burgos, man. I just think, like I said, you know, his opposite, like his opponents have been just way tougher than what Billy's fought.
Yeah, I agree with that. Nico, one thing about Kill Bill I just wanted to tell you real quick is that, excuse me, I saw the first one in the theater and I was like, this movie, I thought it was going to be so much better. I was excited about it and everything. And then look, listen, hold on, listen.
I'm going to leave.
Go ahead, but listen. Then I saw part 2 and I was like, holy shit, these movies are fucking amazing. But I feel like you need both movies for them to be good. If it was a standalone film, it's just okay.
No.
Yes. You gotta have part 2. Look, so much stuff got tied together in part 2 that you didn't know what it meant.
Tied together. Let's talk about the fight scenes in general.
Oh, they're amazing.
I don't like their attitude.
I'm talking about like storyline and continuity. Look, the story is okay, but you need the second. Man, peace out, both of you. Oh, hold on. I'll help you guys out. So anyway, what I was saying is, as far as Kill Bill goes, yeah, the fight scenes are amazing, bro, and it's got such a good cast. But if you watch the first one and you never see the second one, there's too many things that they just don't tie in together until you see the second one, and it ties up all the loose ends. So now, Nico, if you'd like to stop pouting in the corner now and come back, we could talk. Huh?
The Crazy
Bro,
88.
I said they're amazing movies together. That's what I love about them. It's basically like a 4-hour movie.
Stop. That would be somebody like, yo, the first Star Wars ever sucked.
No. Listen.
You need them to tie together.
No, you don't. Fuck that. Kill Bill, you need part 1 and part 2. Because look,
the first Star Wars stands alone and it can just be Star Wars Dolo.
I don't watch that bullshit. I don't know. I've seen the first one and I've seen the episode something. I don't know. Fuck all that. Anyway, Kill Bill is basically like a 4-hour movie. It really is.
Oh, so is Lord of the Rings. No, Lord of the Rings.
That's not bullshit either.
Oh my God! Stop referring to classics as bullshit.
Star Wars bullshit. Lord of the Rings bullshit. What's the other one?
What do you watch?
No,
I mean,
Kill Bill.
We don't need the views. We don't need the views.
I know we don't need the views. We got Ben on here.
Speaking reckless on these people.
Bro, man, fuck Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. Both of them. They're too long. I watched Rocky. That had like, I don't know, there's like 8 of those now, right? Anyway.
Rocky 1 sucks if it's by itself.
No, it doesn't. Every one of them stands alone good.
He's a loser.
So?
He's not Rocky. He's a loser.
He's not a loser. He's the guy. Hey, winning for him was just going the distance with Apollo Creed, the greatest fighter of all time. Because that's really what happened in real life in the true story. You know that, Nico.
Uma killed like 200 people in the first flick alone.
Okay, don't forget about Uma for a minute.
Fuck Rocky going the distance with Apollo. This bitch killed like 100
because you know the true story of Rocky, correct?
You know the true. Story of Kiddo.
No, there is no true story of Kiddo. Rocky is based on Chuck Wepner, who went the distance with Muhammad Ali.
God, I know about Chuck Wepner and stepping on the foot. I know all that bullshit.
So the first movie could stand alone.
Oh my god.
Because it's true story. Anyway, I'm not even going to argue with you guys. If you really think Lord of the Rings is good movies, Nico, I might just have to disown you.
I know Kill Bill 1 was a good movie. Dolo.
It's a great movie, but not so.
Dolo
no.
by itself.
It needed part 2, man. It needed part 2 to pump it up some more.
Wing on you. You're wilding.
Hey, Nico.
Wilding out. Blasphemy. Blasphemy. Erroneous. Erroneous on all accounts.
Whatever, hillbilly. White trash, Nico.
White trash.
It's like, what does that even mean? I don't know. Anyway. All right, the co-main event. Got Rose versus Weili Zhang. Ben, I told Nico Tiger King 2 is coming. Awesome, man. I'll watch that. I told Nico, and this is the truth, Ben. Anytime in UFC history a champion has lost their title to whoever, if they fight immediately again, the champion has lost. The champion that lost the title has lost the rematch. Anytime there's been an immediate rematch in the history of the UFC, no champion has ever lost their title, and then both of them's next fight against each other, and the champion won the title back. It's never happened, and it's not going to happen this weekend. Only reason I'm picking Rose.
I agree that Rose is going to win. I think that it's going to be more competitive than you believe it's going to be, though. I think that fights that finish quick when they're read up, they tend to go a little harder.
Just like the Joanna fight. I agree.
Dog fights tend to get finished a little quicker, which is why I'll be leaning towards Usman to get it done in more convincing fashion than the first time they fought. Right. And I'm leaning towards Weili to make it more interesting. But
Rose by decision?
I still got Rose winning, yeah.
I'll be out in a minute.
We're saying hi.
Hey.
Can I say hi?
Sure. I mean, who do you have with you?
Millie.
Oh, Melanie wants to come say hello with Millie to everybody. I guess she heard me having to tell you guys that Star Wars is bullshit.
Yeah, you all say it's Star Wars.
I told them it's bullshit. They are over here telling me how great it is. I was like, it's not great. It's garbage. What the fuck, man? Some of the worst movies of all time. Nico, are you stuck like that?
No, I just don't know why you're calling them some of the worst movies of all time now, too.
Worst movies, man.
Above and beyond right now. Like George Lucas ain't made millions and millions off of this.
Sure, man, he has by a bunch of weirdos. Bro, we've talked about this though before. Fantasy and sci-fi, not my thing, man. Not even close. I've never even watched.
Fantasy and sci-fi aren't your thing, but
no.
You love and respect The Undertaker?
Bro.
And
it's a real dude, man.
I digress. I love it, man. Yeah.
Undertakers are real people, bro.
Take it all in.
Hey, but look, The Undertaker's definitely not my favorite.
Yeah, bang,
I like The Rock
bang,
better.
Bang, bang, bang. I'm letting him off today. Bow, bow, bow.
Nah, bullshit. I'm more of a Rock fan than The Undertaker. I do love The Undertaker.
Most electrifying man in sports entertainment that talks about himself in the third person.
The best, man.
All right.
And now he's the highest paid actor in the world. Come on, man.
All right.
Something
the dude
to
hit the people's elbow and it sent electric shockwaves through your whole entire
That really
body.
works. Nico, that really works. Next time I see you, I'm going to have you lay down. I'm going to drop an elbow on you, and you're going to feel some electric.
That's not sci-fi or make-believe. Anyway.
Never. Never. That is never fantasy or sci-fi. That's bullshit, man. Hey, look. I've never watched The Matrix. Never. I told you that. I've never watched The Matrix.
That falls into martial arts.
We'll call her.
It is martial arts, but...
No, honestly, Star Wars falls into martial arts. That's some of the greatest swords work and, like, bow staff work you could ever see. Like, what are we doing here? It's hand-to-hand combat.
Bro, it's bullshit. Anyway, the co-main event, we both picked Rose. Who you got, Ben?
Here she comes.
All right, come on. Come on, Millie. You going to come make an appearance? Come on.
She looks prettier than I do.
There we go. Millie's over here to say hello to everybody.
The building Millie Rock.
And she unplugged my phones. All right, Ben, who you got in the co-main?
I mean, just to be different, I'll go with Weili.
Yeah.
I've already picked, I think, 2 or 3 fights different than you guys just by mistake. So, like, I might as well go. I mean, it all depends on what Rose shows up, right? Like,
Right, and you never know with that.
and I mean mentally, which Rose shows up, right?
Right.
I agree with Nico 100% that it'll definitely be a much more competitive fight than I think anybody's going to give it credit to be.
No,
But
I think Rose will win by decision. Similar to the second Joanna fight, because the second fight was good. It was it was close, but I think it'll go the same way though.
I'll just go with Whaley just because what the hell? Why not? I mean, it's not like it would be a shocker if either of them won. You know what I mean? So
Right. And look, I mean, you never know. It could be that great trilogy, but I mean, like I said, that stat though it really fucks people up, man. That no champion has ever had that immediate rematch and won the title back, which is weird, but just one of those things, man. But all right, now time for the main event. We both already said, Nico, that we think Usman's gonna win, and I said it a couple weeks ago, man. I think Usman finishes this fight, man, in probably about the second round. I really think so. I think he's gonna come out there, and I don't know, man. I have a feeling one or the other is gonna try to wrestle this time. Nobody wrestled last time. I feel like this time there's gonna be some wrestling taking place, but I think ultimately Colby's going to get caught and TKO'd in the second.
And I don't see wrestling taking place this time either.
I do.
I don't think that Colby wants to wrestle with Usman. I think he thinks Usman's too big. It's going to zap too much energy out of him, even trying to hold that big-ass man down. And I think Usman is doing nothing but practicing stand-up with Whitman. So it's just not even going to be in him to shoot for the takedown like that. I'm sure he's doing his wrestling scraps and exchanges with Gaichy when they do it, but all in all, I think he's just perfecting like his stand up. So I see them banging out again, dude. This is
really
how many rounds is it? How many rounds are it?
5?
Probably go 10 now. They'll probably go all 10.
You think so?
Yeah, bro.
I don't see it going the distance.
9.5.
Yeah, I don't see it going the distance, man. And I'll tell you why. I mean, coming into that first fight, was he even with Trevor Whitman at that point? Or did he just no, right? His stand-up is so much better. And it was a very competitive stand-up fight the first time. Now you have like some of the best stand-up training there is. And you see how much better his stand-up is now, man. I don't see Colby being able to go, 5 rounds with him unless he does try to wrestle. Like I was saying, I think one way or the other there's going to be some wrestling, but I think Usman's going to knock him out. And Usman is probably too big for him. I mean, if you see those two together, Usman looks a lot bigger. But go ahead, Ben. Let's hear what you got for this one, man.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm picking Usman as well. I think that it's kind of like Nico said. I don't see Usman shooting for the takedown. I mean, Usman knows he's a better wrestler, or in his head knows that he's a better wrestler. So why bother going there when you can own it on the feet? And I think Usman's so strong that it would be a waste of time, I think, shooting for a takedown. And I agree with you. I think he finishes it somewhere in the third round, maybe.
Okay.
I just think I think Usman is that good. I really do. His last 3 fights, he's gotten better and better and better. And maybe not last 3, but Colby, Gilbert, and Jorge, like he just looked better and better, and I think he'll look better here.
Yep.
I agree. Now listen, Ben, there's
That's
the
the
outside.
thing. Sorry, Will.
No, go ahead.
Me too. That's the
No,
thing.
Nico's cutting in. Go ahead. No, fuck with you. You know what I'm talking about, man.
All right.
We were talking about Kenny Powers last episode. Go ahead, man. I'm listening.
All right, look. So that's the thing that is piquing my interest with Chimaev versus Usman is because we're only getting to see Chimaev at one level. We get to see this fucking beater of worlds, but we're literally watching Usman grow with every single fight. So it's hard to like make that assessment like, yo, is Chimaev really going to walk in here and fuck Usman up and take the title? Or are we going to see the evolution of Usman even more? Because the dude is getting better every fucking fight.
He is.
Well,
Absolutely.
go back to playing it safe, Usman, against Jorge the first time, right?
Rose
He
is the
played it safe.
underdog? Hold on. Tim just said Rose is the underdog. I'm pretty surprised about that, actually. But go ahead. Go ahead, then.
Usman played it safe, and then people kind of shit all over him and said he didn't have stand-up, and then he goes out and he pieces Colby. I think it was Colby he fought next.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a stand-up fight for 5 rounds. He broke the fucking guy's jaw. And then they say, oh, he's never fought anybody like Gilbert Burns before who's got this strength and this, and this. He puts that dude to sleep. And then it's Jorge with a full camp. And Jorge's got the 3-piece and the soda, and he's got and then he puts that dude to fucking sleep. Even worse, sends him to the fucking shadow realm. Like, it's not like these improvements Usman's making are baby steps. They're fucking giant steps between these fights.
That's true.
I think we get another giant step here. I think that he's just too fucking good, man.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. Now, what I was going to say earlier is that there is the outside chance that Nico is a jinx and Colby Covington ends up winning because Nico's gotten the main event wrong like 6 cards in a row. So I'm just going to throw that out there. He could be a jinx on the main event.
Put our scores up.
If Usman loses, it's Nico's fault.
Put our overall scores up.
I'll put that up some other time. I don't have them right now.
You don't have them.
No, we got to tally them up again.
I had to guess.
I had to guess.
Am I stomping your ass out by right now?
But I mean, I have caught up a few like over the last couple, so I'd say you're probably.
We've stayed the same. So
no. Co-main event. Whoa. Co-main events and main events over the last like whatever cards. Yeah, we were 10-4 and 10-4 and 2 over the last. Ben, over the last 16 fights, co-main events and main events, we are literally 10-4 and 2. Me and Nico are exactly dead even, and we didn't even have the same picks. That's the crazy part.
But we're not dead even. We're not dead even for the year.
Now for the year,
I'm stomping that ass.
For the year, Nico's probably up. I would guess right now, co-main events and main events, I'd say he's up at least like maybe 12. I'd say 12. Crazy. Maybe 13 if he's lucky.
I'm getting really wild on you. That's what I'm saying over
here. Maybe 14. But no, I don't think so. How many fight cards have there been this year, Ben? Probably like 40. So that's 80. Yeah, I would say Nico's up by about 12. 12. I think it was, but I mean, I've stayed even with you pretty much since I put it up last time. I think you were up by 15. I think it was like 40 to 25. Yeah, I'm within 15 of you, Nico, definitely.
You're within 15?
Yeah, I'd say I'm probably at like 15. I'm probably down 15. You don't think so?
Yeah, probably 15. I'll say 15.
Okay. All right. But after this weekend, it'll be 14 because I'll be going up one. Because because we picked both the same. But look, like I said, chance Colby wins because Nico's a jinx. Just point that out to you, Ben. Anyway. Nico, also, before we went on the air, I had said something to Ben about it, and he had heard about it too. Vicente Luque is weighing in on Friday as a alternative for the main event, which could really fuck things up. If either one of those guys can't fight on Saturday, Vicente Luque jumping in at the last second, man, would make things very interesting to me. That dude's a freaking stud. He really is, man. But yeah. So, any other MMA news you want to discuss before we lock this up?
Cumshot Chimaev is the best nickname in all of sports entertainment right now. Cumshot.
Not really a nickname, more like him talking shit.
All right, whatever.
And oh my God,
I'm
Nico.
Cumshot from now on.
Nico.
I will call him never to his face.
Brandon Carl said, "What's good, degenerates and fellas who are not."
Let's hate on Brandon right now, man. Hate.
No, hold on. Colby, in the ultimate heel fashion, said today, taken straight out of the whole Trump and all that other stuff. Colby Covington says that Khamzat was put down by the common cold. That's fucked up, bro. Because he had COVID and that really messed him up. Let's see. Colby Covington was never my friend. I feel you, bro. But go ahead, man. You said you wanted to you wanted to go in on Brandon. Go right ahead, bro. What you got?
That shit got me weak. Yo, I'm just hating on Brandon because he wanted to tune in right when we're logging off talking about what's up. Nah, man. Player Hater of the Year award. It's going to me right now. I'm hating on Brandon Call right now.
Player Hater of the Year.
Does it make my hat any better that it's a Brooklyn Nets hat, though?
Yo, man, fuck the Nets. Fuck KD. Fuck the Suns. Fuck, yeah.
And fuck Star Wars. Exactly. All right, fellas. I'd be working, G. Brandon, you got to come on next week, man.
I deserve to say fuck Star Wars. Get up here and talk combat sports and have stars in the background.
That's right. The only wars of stars is me and you and Ben arguing. Those are the stars that are having wars. Anyway, Ben, thank you for coming out tonight, man. We appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
We'll maybe Sunday, if you feel like coming on, man, you'll come back and we'll talk about the how everything went.
Dabbing Santa.
With the weed leaves in the back.
Hey, look, by the way, William was flipping channels last night and he stopped at Bad Santa and was watching it. And oh my God, man, I was cracking up, bro.
For a week.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's a horrible movie for a kid to watch, but like he found it, so I was just cracking up, man.
No, we gotta do this now. When he's sitting at the bar across from homie that looks like Ali Abdelaziz, and he's like,
"Oh my God,
I am not gay."
He said, "Foggy claws."
Oh
my God!
Fuck him in the parking lot. I am not gay.
The fuck is wrong with you? That shit is hilarious, man.
I've never seen that movie.
Yo.
You never seen Bad Santa? Bro, you gotta watch it, man.
I'll make you some sandwiches.
What the fuck is it with you and sandwiches, kid?
Yo, Ben, you gotta watch Bad Santa, man.
Yeah. Classic, bro. For real. That's a classic. It's literally my favorite Christmas movie, man.
Oh my
It
God,
is.
I'm crying thinking about that movie right now. That
For
is
real.
a fucking classic.
But then again, I've never seen what's that other Christmas movie that everybody's seen? Fucking
A Christmas Story.
Christmas Vacation, the National Lampoons. I've never seen that either.
I probably have, but I don't recall those, man. Bad Santa, you'll never forget.
That's the one people always shit on me for. They're like, "You haven't seen National Lampoons?"
What the hell? What Christmas movies do you watch, Ben?
Jingle All the Way, bro.
Jingle All the Way is a
Hey,
classic.
Tim Card. I thought Bad Santa 2 sucked.
Huh?
Is that Sinbad and Arnold?
Yeah, dude.
Classic. That's 100% a classic, Will. That's a fact. You was gonna try and talk some shit.
No, I said Bad Santa 2 sucks.
Time.
No, I said Bad Santa 2 sucks because Tim said Bad Santa 2 is good too. I said, no, it sucks, man. It's terrible.
We don't do the second one, man, but it's definitely turbo time.
Yeah, I didn't like it with his mom and all that. But anyway, Nico. Huh? Home Alone, of course. Of course. Even part 2 is good too, man. Lost in New York.
Part 2 is solid.
Yeah. Part 2 is good.
Yeah. Nico, take it to the house, bro.
Come on, baby, man. Thank y'all once again for joining us for another episode of your favorite combat sports talk. It's the Fight Gods podcast, man. Y'all already know what it is. There's no need to adjust your screen. It's not Bruce Buffer, but you've been here live on TFG. It's your boy, Nick Diddy. It's my cousin, Willie G. And it's the best stash in the game, Ben Doucette. When we going to have more guests on, who the fuck knows? Tune in and find out, man. Until next time, we'll holla at y'all. Peace.
For real. Hey, by the way, fuck Lord of the Rings. Peace out.